yeah, it's very, very busy. Even I was coming up from South County to come to work.
Yeah.
On 95 alone, I passed 3 accidents.
Wow. All right, folks, here we go. We're off and running. Let's go. Yep. Here we go, folks. Thanksgiving Eve, Cranston PD Live. We are on the air. Share that you are watching with Sergeant McHugh. Traffic is heavy. We're off on this Wednesday night. All right, here we go, folks. JFD, Wednesday night, Thanksgiving Eve, Cranston PD Live. It is mild. We're on our way to some kind of a vehicle accident. I'll introduce you to Sergeant McHugh in just a moment. Okay, here we go. There's Robin, number T1. We're off. Folks, remember, share that you are watching. You can type in someone's name. That will alert them. You can tune in.
S6, thank you,
Simple.
folks, here we go, Wednesday night. Whoa. Wow. Shoo. Oh, wow. And it's Officer Davis. Folks, again, Cranston PD Live, share that you are watching. We're right near, I believe, Mechanicat Parkway. This is Officer Davis, Sergeant McHugh. Here comes the tow truck. I believe those are the two passengers. You can see, obviously, Cranston Police on the scene, everybody. Yeah, definitely a mess. There's parts of the vehicle right here, as a matter of fact. Airbags were deployed.
Wait, are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. Where's his bed? What happened?
Folks, we're going to give them space. Back up just a little bit. Tow truck got here very quickly. Folks, just getting organized here a little bit. Again, please share that you are watching. Again, this is, you can see a family member showed up. I believe these two young men driving. We'll see what Sergeant McHugh says. But that's a heavily damaged vehicle here. Folks, we're just underway. Thanksgiving Eve. Cranston, Rhode Island. I believe the mother was saying she would like them to be checked out by an ambulance. I think there's a rescue coming right now.
Operator. It sounds like what he's describing to me to be a bit of a road rage situation where somebody was brake checking him. He's explaining to us that while he was being brake checked to avoid the car, he struck and hit the wall. I did a check of the inside of the vehicle. No signs of alcohol use or anything like that. I don't see anything on his eyes, smell anything on his breath. The other car took off, so as far as the suspect vehicle, we don't have it at the time, but we have other means of investigations that hopefully we'll be able to follow up. But that's what we have as of right now.
Folks, again, Sergeant McHugh. See the tow truck operator trying to get that vehicle up. Here we have now the rescue showing up. Again, folks, this is right on Mechanicat Parkway. According to Sergeant McHugh, they believe it was a road rage situation. The person in front of them was slamming on the brakes, and then they ended up slamming into the wall. It's also Officer Davis, who's here as well. His Cranston first responders are checking him out right now. Just giving them a little space. Happy Thanksgiving, one and all, but it is Thanksgiving Eve. A lot of activity in the city. I want to thank our members of Team Juan, Ann, and Robin. Folks, again, we are in Cranston on this Wednesday night, Thanksgiving Eve. Had a believed to be a road rage incident. Someone pulled up on these drivers. You can see the vehicle right there on the tow truck. We're with Sergeant McHugh. This is Season 2, Episode 5, by the way. And remember, if you type in someone's name on Facebook, that should notify them. You can share that you are watching. And then if you appreciate our live stream coverage, you can always send stars. We're just getting underway on this Wednesday night. City's busy. There's a lot of accidents out there. We're hearing of some activity in the West Warwick area, but we are in Cranston for the next couple of hours. Another edition of Cranston PD Live. And there goes the vehicle. Two young men. We'll hear from Sergeant McHugh. They seem to be okay. I think shaken up more than anything, as you can imagine. Okay. Understood. All right, folks, we're not done here. We're going to wait for the, I believe, the father of the driver to arrive. We'll give the police their distance, but they're going to clear the roadway. Again, it's already been busy here in the city of Cranston on this Thanksgiving Eve. A lot of people out. You can see the first responders checking out, I believe, one of the accident victims. Good evening, one and all. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We are in Cranston on this Thanksgiving Eve. The roads are really heavy all over the state. I think people were bottled up because of the storm. Obviously, a very big night for people that are out. It is dry. It's chilly out, but it's dry. And we are once again with Sergeant McHugh, who you may have seen on NBC 10. We'll talk to him about that a little bit. They did a segment on, I believe, on people that are, it's not easy for police. With individuals that could be using different drugs or cannabis when they pull them over to detect that. So you see Officer Davis is also with Sergeant McHugh. So there's the wall apparently they hit. Folks, 430 Machinicat Valley. This is where the accident is, that stone wall. I think they're trying to determine whether or not they're going to take him to the hospital. I know they will see you right away if you're in an accident at Med Urgent Care. 2 locations, Atwood Avenue in Johnston and also Post Road across from Felicia's. They will look over someone that's been in a traffic accident just to be on the safe side. Folks, he's shaken up, as you can imagine. Give them a little space here this Wednesday night. Yes. Sure. It's true. Well, it depends on where you are. She was very polite. Folks, we want to give a special shout out to everyone at Revolution in the Patuxent Village. I believe Dennis Warburton crew, they're there this evening. It's a busy night in the city. And folks, we are in no rush. We are going wherever things happen. That's exactly right, JFD. Thank you, everybody. So now they're going to try to locate who was the other driver. Well, we'll hear all that from Sergeant McHugh. All right, folks, I believe we're rolling here. Yep. Officer Davis. Hi, officer. All right. Sergeant McHugh.
So we were speaking with the parents. Father was kind of inquiring on potentially what maybe one of the motives behind the person that brake checked the son. And obviously we don't have him right now, so we can't say for sure. But this is a Blackout Wednesday. It's statistically one of our busiest nights of the year. A lot of drinking and driving normally on this particular night, so maybe that factored into it, maybe it didn't. But either way, the investigation remains ongoing, and they're going to be going down to the hospital to get their son checked out. Yep.
All right, and folks, we're off. Blackout Wednesday.
S6 10-8. So I know we didn't get a chance to really talk before we headed out to that call.
That's right. We have plenty of time.
Very busy tonight.
Yes.
A lot of traffic. A lot of people.
Folks, you saw Sergeant McHugh on NBC 10 with the segment about the challenge of substances that people may have, and not everything is there to fully test it the way it is DUI.
Yeah, yep. So on Wednesday, actually a week ago, I met with the reporter Allegra Zamori.
Yes.
And she had some questions. She wanted to do a interview about the drug recognition expert program and Blackout Wednesday and some statistics surrounding this night, and probably as you can tell already, just the amount of cars, the amount of people traveling, it's just makes for a busy night. But we're gonna see if we can find anybody that's driving under the influence tonight. Take them off the roadway. That's the most important thing.
Any advice on what happened with this incident? The two young men, they rightfully so seemed very shook up.
Yeah.
Possibly it was like a road rage incident.
Well, I'm actually very surprised that they both walked away from that accident. I don't know how good of a view you had, but it looked like numerous airbag deployments, and they were both apprehensive about going to the hospital. But I also attribute that just to kind of being young and not really realizing it, and plus kind of like you feel a little, I don't want to say invincible, but they've probably never been in an accident like that. But like I told the parents, they're probably really going to be feeling it tomorrow. So in that particular situation that the operator was describing, again, I have absolutely zero signs of alcohol impairment or anything like that. They were saying that it sounds like it began in like a road rage situation where somebody's continuing to brake check them and obviously cause a very unsafe situation for the roads. But if he was my son or anybody else, I'd tell him that, if somebody's doing that to you, just immediately back off. Yeah. Just let them go. Even if you have to pull over, just remove yourself from that situation, just because it gets very dangerous. In case in point, I don't think that these kids were trying to hide anything. Both seemed like respectable young men. I went as far as to check the inside of the vehicle. Again, you never know. It's not that I distrust them, but I also want to know the total picture of what's actually going on here. And I mean, they had like candy, chips, Sprite cans, like nothing suspicious. And I don't think that all of a sudden he would have veered out of the way like that. Again, texting and driving is very prevalent, but just the way that their kind of demeanor was, and I tend to believe them about the road rage situation. And again, like on a night like tonight, maybe that person was under the influence. Yeah. People when they drink, they tend to do stupid things, want to get into fights, and drive aggressively. So, we have other means of investigations other than just what we did here tonight. So hopefully we'll be able to find out this vehicle and kind of find out what exactly happened.
You're right. Sergeant, if anyone encounters a driver like that, it's better to not engage. Just try to get away from them.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. You never know who you're dealing with.
That's right.
You never know who you're dealing with. If it's somebody that's armed, intoxicated, never know what somebody's capable of.
That's right.
So like I said, if that young man was my son, I would tell him, just pull over, remove yourself from that situation.
Yeah, not working.
No.
All right, folks, here we go on this Thanksgiving Eve. Again, very busy night everywhere, but certainly in the city of Cranston. Sergeant McHugh still had the stash look good on Channel 10. Is that permanent, or that goes away December 1st?
No. For at least the last decade, every November I've done this with a group of guys here at Cranston.
Yep.
So, trying to keep the tradition alive.
Yes.
It's a different look, but it's fun. It's fun for the month. It's fun for the month.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no, it is seasonal. So as soon as December 1st rolls around, it's coming off, and I'll go back to my more normal look.
What people always like to know, what's your tour? What time do you get on? What time you go until? And what about over the next couple of days?
So I'm on the split shift. So I'll work 2 second shifts, so that I get into work at 2:45, and then I leave at 10:45. And then on my last 2 days, I do day shift. I work from 7:45 to 3:45 p.m. So it's nice because it gives me the opportunity to work second shift, which I've worked for the last 10 years. Yep. Different pace on second shift than on day shift, different type of work. And again, anything can happen anytime. I've got to be ready for anything. But it is a little different between first and second shift. So, but I enjoy both. I really do. It's nice that I have the opportunity to work both shifts rather than one or the other. So,
Seems it's been a crazy day. Just you had the wild storm this morning, and now it's blistery and getting colder, and plus it's a very traditional busy day.
Yeah, it is. It is. When I was coming into work, I was coming up 95. I saw at least 3 accidents. A lot of people on the road. So it's certainly busy out there. There's no doubt about it.
And again, if someone sees someone tonight they think might be under the influence, always good to not only call it in 911, but if possible, follow at a safe distance.
If possible, follow at a safe distance. Again, never interject yourself too much, but license plate, direction of travel, bare minimum of what you can get for us. And if you could, follow them until a police officer arrives on scene and stops them. Because again, you never know if you're saving a life or not.
Seems to be an increase in number of vehicles that are actually being flipped over of late. Maybe that's always.
I mean, I don't have any statistics behind that. I mean, they do happen. They're not as uncommon as you would think. But, I'm not really sure. In my experience, it kind of seems kind of normal. They're not happening every day, but when they do happen, normally you're not kind of like blown away by it. But it's different. I do this every single day. So.
Also with this wind, there was a ferocious fire last Saturday afternoon that totally engulfed that home off Elmwood Avenue.
Yeah, it was on Francis Ave, I think.
Another example of how quickly things can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're now in the Knightsville section.
Yep. So we're actually going to take a ride by the Thirsty Beaver. And again, they usually do a good job, and we don't usually respond over there, but they usually cater to a younger crowd.
Yeah.
And I heard that they have some tents out, so just kind of give the viewers a little peek at what somebody like a bar like that would typically do.
Right.
I mean, you have everyone coming home from college wanting to spend time with their friends.
Yep.
Kind of like I stressed on that news interview, if everyone could do the ride share, get an Uber, and you have so many more options now than you did 10 years ago. So I hope everybody gets home safe, that they make safe decisions, and I hope that tomorrow everybody's with their families enjoying Thanksgiving.
And the key is for them to get home safe tonight.
Absolutely. Just make responsible decisions. If you have a friend that's drinking too much, take the keys from them.
And the same for any substance someone may now be doing these days.
That's a very good point. Yeah, absolutely.
This will be interesting. They have tents up. Wow.
Yeah, I think I can see it from here. And again, on a night like tonight, you're going to get a lot more clientele. So, I get it.
Right.
I certainly get it. Again, it wasn't so long ago that I was in that situation where I was away at college and you can't wait to see your friends. It's,
Come home.
it could be a really, really fun night.
Right.
But just, and just always have to have in the back of your mind, just, some of my decisions that I make in that night could really cause a lot of problems for myself and other people. Yep.
Heavy traffic. Oh, they do have the tent going.
Yep. You can see there's a lot of
Yep.
people in there.
Oh, boy,
Good
there
for
are.
them.
Wow, full.
Good. We hope everybody
All right.
has a good, safe night.
Looks like a line to get in. Now, that's not a situation where we would go in and start checking IDs.
No. Our special victims unit, I know that they have certain establishments that they check, and I believe it's on a more of a random basis unless we receive a complaint. So in a situation like tonight, we wouldn't kind of go up there demanding to see identification. If we received a complaint from somebody, then certainly, but really not arbitrarily will we go into bars and start doing that. And again, like as a patrol officer, we have our special victims unit that works with some situations like that.
Now, Sergeant, also holidays can bring out quite a bit of domestic problems sometimes.
They can, yeah. Well, they definitely can. A lot of people are coming into town from out of town, old family beef, so another situation where I hope everybody makes the responsible decisions, gets along, and everybody's able to celebrate safely tomorrow.
Can that be an increase in calls regarding, like tomorrow night, domestic arguments that start to take place?
They do happen. They happen a lot overnight too.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So, yeah, there's a lot of aspects about tonight that kind of make it a unique night for law enforcement. We will have extra patrols out tonight for DUI. So I'm glad they were able to get a couple guys to step up for that.
Yeah. Another example, everybody celebrates Thanksgiving.
Yeah, seems like it.
Yeah. Well, just not everybody celebrates Christmas. You know, there's Christmas and Hanukkah and so forth, but everybody celebrates Thanksgiving.
It's kind of, I don't know, this is just my opinion. It seems like more of like an American holiday.
It is.
So, like, you're absolutely right. So,
And then everyone in our country celebrate it. So, folks, again, Cranston PD Live. It is Wednesday night. We're with Sergeant McHugh. Maybe you can type in someone's name. But just getting to the station, the roads are unusually heavy, but part of it's good for the restaurants and places like that, people getting together.
yeah.
But you mentioned you saw just several accidents on your way into the station.
Yeah, I did. There was at least 3 accidents on 95 today.
Wow.
And that was when I was commuting to work around 145, 220-ish, so. You just kind of forget, like, how many people actually travel today.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Bad rainstorm this morning, so it may have delayed.
And everything.
Now, what section of the city are we in right now?
So we're on Oak Lawn Ave traveling southbound right now. We're going to go take a look at the joint. The joint typically caters to an older crowd. I'm just curious to see what they're looking like tonight.
I would imagine in the old days, Mardi Gras would have been busy tonight.
Oh yeah, yep. I still can't believe that establishment is no longer there. I mean that just dominated third shift. About everybody would head there around 1 o'clock in the morning just to make sure everybody was safe getting out. It was just so unique because it held so many people.
Right.
I forget what the exact the occupancy of it was, but it had to have been well over 1,000. Had to have been.
And they would have a good crowd Friday, Saturday.
They were usually pretty busy. In the summertime, I remember they kind of died down a little bit with people wanting to go down to the beaches and whatnot. But around this time of year, and I remember they used to do the big Halloween party, New Year's Eve. I remember taking the security detail on New Year's Eve a few years.
And sometimes trouble outside in the parking lot.
Yeah, yeah. There was a decent amount, And again, you know, it was easily our largest bar here in Cranston for a very long time. So
Right on the War-Cranston line. Really.
Yep. When you get that many people together, I mean, you're more likely than not going to have several disturbances here and there. But most of the drinking establishments we have in Cranston now are on the smaller scale.
Right.
I can't think of anything that even comes close to what Mardi Gras used to be.
No. Is that normally there would be a police detail out in front?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep. All right, so
Oh, you're busy.
they're kind of busy too.
Wow, very busy. Okay.
And again, I wouldn't imagine there's many students home from college at that establishment. They're more of an older crowd.
Yep.
I could be wrong. You never know. But again, it is, you have old family members coming in tonight and want to celebrate. So I certainly understand. I get it. We just all have to make good decisions tonight. Just get everybody home safe. That's the main thing. So while we were out on that accident, I could hear a couple calls for erratic operators and whatnot, but I'm not sure if any of our officers were able to catch up to them or not.
Okay. Well, that's good that people are calling it in then.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. That is a good thing. All right, so I think this individual in that pickup truck, which you probably could barely see, is driving without their lights on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there they are.
Yeah. We're going to catch up to him.
Yep, no lights. It's always a red flag. Yeah.
Toll free. First. Can you make a check from well-being, 44 Bedson Road, female on a Subaru, Rhode and Nancy 325. Is to be crying in her vehicle. So you're on security camera.
S6.
3 received. 3, I got that. S6, right.
Sorry about that. Could you put me on a G5, New London northbound, right by DMV, 83767. It's a white Tundra. Ooh, it's going to be a combination.
Simple.
Folks, no lights on.
Right, the reason why I stopped you, you're driving without your lights on, okay?
What's that again?
You're driving without your lights on?
Oh, the light?
Your lights, they're not on.
General accident, Millis 23.
Maybe in the back, no light?
No.
Oh, sorry about that. We don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where you come from?
Only the, what is it? Garden City?
Garden City?
Yes.
What were you doing over there?
No, I live over there.
Oh, you live over
Yes.
well, where are you coming from?
Oh, I come in my daughter. My daughter over there, I don't know what, you know the Marshall? Close to Marshall?
Marshall's?
Yes.
The department store?
Yes, close over there, the house, my daughter over there.
You're with your daughter over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Any
Yep.
any drinking tonight?
No, we don't.
No drinking? Okay. Is this your car?
Yes.
You just forgot to turn the lights on?
No, I don't know. I light. I don't know. Maybe no light in the back. I don't know.
Okay. Do you have your license, registration, and proof of insurance?
My license.
Yep, license, registration, and proof of insurance. Okay, and your registration and proof of insurance? Do you drink at all? Do you ever drink recreationally?
No. Yeah, I'm working over there at NCI. Only my daughter is pregnant.
Yeah.
Maybe is coming to baby.
Okay. No prescription medication or drugs or anything
No.
like that?
No.
Okay. All right, that's your registration? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And your insurance, is it on your phone?
What's again? No,
It-
no.
Okay. need glasses to see.
No, because of the
Well, you're looking for your insurance. I'll be right back. Okay? Just sit tight, okay? Just stay in your car. Sorry, going from all that cold air to the hot air is killing my cough. Oh. It seems, and again, he doesn't speak the best English. He's saying he was coming from the Marshalls area. I guess his daughter, it sounds like, lives down there. He lives in the Garden City area. I don't smell anything on him. He seems a little confused. I'm going to take a look at his driving history and see what that looks like. Crystal clear. When I was looking in his vehicle again, it looks like he's got some sort of equipment in the back, but he's got kids' toys in the front seat. No beer bottles, no shot, nips, shots, nothing. I don't see anything like that.
S6, all set.
All set, thank you.
Okay.
So he was trying to explain to me that he thought the lights were on the front, that the rear lights aren't working. That may be the case, but we'll talk to him, find out what's going on. Try turning your lights on for me.
Yeah, it's late now. Yeah. You have a light?
He's got the flashes on, but not normal lights.
Alright, so your driving record's crystal clear. The lights are on the front and the tail lights aren't on, so maybe your car does have some sort of electrical problem.
Okay, yeah, maybe the light, maybe the light.
Yeah, might be something. Just get it checked out.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay,
sir.
yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your night, alright?
It's very dangerous, as you can tell, riding no lights on.
Well, the lights are on the front of his car, and
Oh,
the rear tail lights are not on, so there is something to what he's saying. I'll give him that. So again, somebody that was driving without their lights on, especially on a night like tonight, something to raise a red flag. definitely want to check out on something like that. When he was driving, I didn't observe any motor vehicle violations. Like I said, he seems confused. Doesn't speak the best English. Sometimes things are kind of lost in translation.
Yep.
But there's no evidence of alcohol use in the car. I don't smell anything on him. His eyes look all right. But based on the totality of those circumstances, I didn't feel the need to pull him out and do a field sobriety or anything like that. Yeah. And his explanation that the headlights were working but the taillights weren't actually correct. So, which leads me to feel comfortable letting somebody like that drive on home. And he was given a warning. Crystal clear driving record. Car's actively registered. So somebody like that, we could have issued a $95 ticket, but in a situation like that, especially on the eve of the holidays like this, we're gonna send him on his way, and hopefully he'll follow up with his car and fix it so he doesn't get stopped again. And actually, you asked me about this, the racial profiling.
Yes.
So I'll go over that quickly. This little so for every single
it's actually one of the viewers watching asked about the racial profile.
So every single motor vehicle stop that we make, we document. It's been that way since 2015. The state passed a Community Care Act. And what this does is...
Well-being check, 490 Wellington. Maybe the top floor at that location. 490 Wellington, well-being check.
What this does is... oh, sorry, give me 1 second. It tracks every single motor vehicle stop that we make, right? So this particular individual, I interpreted him based on my opinion. He appeared to me to be a Hispanic male. So all of that information is documented and it's saved. So if anybody ever wanted to run a race data report and get a breakdown on the demographics of the operators at iStop or the department stops, it can be done. It tracks whether or not we issue warnings, tickets, notice and demands, searches, whether or not passengers were searched. It kind of breaks it down into a one large statistic file that kind of can be queried in multiple different ways. So, but for every single traffic stop that any police officer in the state does, a racial profiling form has to be completed, and it is digital.
And that's a state law.
It is a state law, yeah. Yep. So at the end of every one of my traffic stops, you guys have probably seen me on my computer every single time, and it's important that we document it, and it's just something that we have to do.
Good follow-up, Sergeant McHugh.
I forgot
that was a question.
That, yeah.
No, that was a question that came up. Folks, again, we are off Cranston PD Live. It's the night Thanksgiving Eve. Right in Cranston, Rhode Island. Do some shout-outs coming up just a little bit.
S16.
Okay.
Also, his demeanor seemed very cooperative and...
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yep.
You said that goes a long way.
Speaking for myself, it goes a long way, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for most other cops. And, for those that we meet on the road, and we're met with the same respect and cooperation and politeness that we give, I think most cops would be more likely to allow that to influence their discretion as it pertains to tickets and whatnot. So in my experience, especially with somebody like that, I didn't just ruin his night now. Now he gets to go home, and maybe tomorrow over his Thanksgiving dinner, he's talking about how Cranston police stopped him, and it was a positive encounter. Sure. So, and that goes a long way, and the purpose of the motor vehicle stops, we want to ensure that whatever behavior that we stop him for is fixed.
Yep.
And obviously he can't just fix something like that on the side of the road for me, but I feel pretty confident that he's going to look into that because he probably doesn't want another night interrupted by a motor vehicle stop.
Right.
But on the same side, tomorrow night at Thanksgiving dinner for him, maybe he's sitting around telling his family about his experience tonight, that it was a positive one, and maybe he has a newfound respect for the police, or at least another story for the table. So we're going to be taking a ride by Topgolf. I'm actually very curious to see what it's looking like tonight.
There was an incident later after the night we rode.
Yes, there was. So I think it was the last time you rode with me. There was an incident with a disorderly individual, and I want to say it was about a half an hour after. Yeah, it was close to shift change, I know that.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks pretty busy.
Yeah.
Definitely a full parking lot. And again, everybody's out enjoying themselves, hopefully catching up with old friends, family.
There was an incident with the individuals, they were throwing things inside, I believe.
I don't know if it was inside or outside.
Okay.
Something got broken, I know that. Wow.
Yeah,
that's
it's amazing.
Looks like a really nice facility.
Yep.
And I'm sure it's a lot of fun too. But like we've spoken about before, I'm pretty sure you don't get one of these unless they know you're gonna.
I don't take any seats, hey.
You're gonna pack it like on a night like tonight. So, and as far as I know from talking with my coworkers, it sounds like it's done extremely well.
This vehicle isn't here. No one's answering the door. Simple.
But it seems like most entertainment and recreational establishments here in Cranston are full.
Yeah.
Which is great to see. We just caution everybody, please, please, please do everything you can to get home safely tonight.
Such a massive structure.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Road to 65 Fairfield Road. Gonna be checking for that Mustang on this address.
Okay, I'm gonna follow him. Simple.
So we're on Sakanasa Crossroad right now, and then we're going to be turning left onto Pontiac, headed northbound. So I don't know if anybody saw that, but he just kind of cut him off a little bit. S6. Put me on a G5, Mass 4 X-ray Peter, Charlie 88. Looks like a gray Kia across from Subway on Sakanasa. There's actually a state trooper here too. Hey!
I didn't see exactly what happened. I just saw the
Folks, you can see them conferring again. Good evening, everybody. You're watching Cranston PD Live, both Steve and Cranston.
Same thing. So I'm glad that he's right here to work together on this. All right. So what happened with this other car?
I totally didn't even see him when I was taking a left.
Yeah, because when I saw you make the left, you went into the far right-hand lane.
Right. Yeah.
I think he was right there and looked like he cut him off a little bit.
I just didn't even see him at all because right here is like a massive blind spot in my car.
Okay.
Yeah. So I apologize.
All right. Where you come from tonight?
Just home.
In Newport?
Yeah.
Where you going?
Just going to a friend's house up the street.
Okay. Any drinking or anything like that tonight? No?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have your license, registration, proof of insurance? Figured Newport's the place to be on a night like tonight.
I know, I made her
Right?
come get me.
Is
We're from
I know. I just saw him.
Yep. Are you your
On the
license?
west of Island, right?
No. That's right, you got a mask plate, right?
Yeah.
Do you have your license as well? How's your driving record? Pretty good? Yeah, you caused a state trooper over the same
I
thing.
know.
I'm like, what the hell?
I got so nervous because I'm like, what's happening?
So you just couldn't see where he
No,
was?
I just didn't even see him at all. Honestly, I had a green light.
Okay. All right, so Ty, look back at the end of a minute.
Okay.
Folks, again, thank you for the stars on this Thanksgiving Eve. No, a cameo from the state police on this one.
Yeah, so
Give them a chance. Give them a chance to speak. A little bit of space.
none of the operators involved in this incident are intoxicated. That state trooper, he's speaking with the other party. Obviously, if somebody was intoxicated, we'd be happy to take them into custody. These two girls, it sounds like she just kind of made a mistake. That she's saying that from her blind spot that she didn't see him. Sorry, excuse me. But I don't see any signs of alcohol impairment. She's going to a friend's house, so we're just going to take a look at her driving record and go from there. Yeah, she's got mouth on them. Yeah,
Honestly,
no.
it was just like a total accident.
Good for you. Got the attention of two different police departments in one incident. So,
We got
but again, the main thing is we're glad nobody's drinking and
Yeah,
driving or
no,
anything
no,
else like
yeah.
that. So usually when you post saw something like that, I'm like, all right, this
No,
is
I
definitely gonna be
understand.
something.
It's like a holiday where yeah.
Yeah. All right, just be careful out there. All right, get home safe. All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, take care, guys.
Folks, again, we'll get the update from Sergeant McHugh. Good evening, everybody. A little after 9 o'clock in the east, you're watching Cranston PD Live.
And I do apologize for all my coughing.
No, it's all right.
Oh my gosh. Last week I was sick. Now all of a sudden I just have this just sensitive cough that I just can't seem to get rid of. So I'm just going to let her out so she can be on her way.
Okay.
And then I just got to do that real quick. Filing form. I think the trooper was thinking the same thing I was immediately when they see something like that where somebody's honking and everything else like that. I'm thinking, all right, well, slam dunk, but...
Did you mention, is there someone being somewhere in the city taken into custody on a DUI? I thought we had heard that. Maybe not.
No.
Oh,
no.
okay. It was just this suspicion based on the actions of the driving maneuver is what I'm saying.
Yeah. In regards to this incident, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, that's a significant motor vehicle violation, but she's not under the influence. Her again, you saw it, extremely cooperative, clean driving record, and she seems more shook up than anything else. I was laughing and joking with her. I said, not every incident kind of generates two different police departments to respond from one traffic incident like that. So I guess good on her, but no, I mean, in all seriousness, the other operator wasn't hurt. He was able to avoid her car, and hopefully she's been educated and she won't exhibit a driving behavior like that in the future.
Folks, again, a little after 9 o'clock on this Thanksgiving Eve. We are with Sergeant McHugh, Cranston Police, Cranston, Rhode Island. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Again, thank you, members of Team Juan, Ann, and Robin. Want to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. As you can tell, a lot of people out on the roads. Mm-hmm. And the state trooper also found the scene with the driver, the operator of the other vehicle.
Yep.
Same
so
thing.
No alcohol use with the other person.
Good.
And again, the operator that I had, she's at fault, but like I said, clean driving record, very cooperative. An accident did not result. So I don't think in this particular situation that a $95 violation is completely necessary.
No.
And when I was speaking with her, I asked her several times if she was under not under the influence of alcohol, but was she drinking? She'd be a female in her mid-20s, so somebody that I would expect to be enjoying a night like tonight, but she wasn't at this point. She said she's going to a friend's house, and hopefully her and everybody else around her age group and everybody else that she's sharing the roads with gets home safe. Okay. Sometimes you think they're going to be slam dunks, and they're not, but the most important thing is to make sure that we check on them and find out what exactly is going on. And then other times you'll have situations where you don't think you're going to have somebody that's intoxicated, and you walk up to that driver's side window and you're like, whoa, okay.
You also, go ahead.
S610-8. Sorry, I'm good.
Definitely.
When you ask someone, have you been drinking tonight? They could, if they have been, answer yes, as long as they're below the legal limit.
You're asking, can somebody drink as long as
if
they're...
someone has one drink, and then you ask, have you been drinking? They could say, yeah, I had one drink, then they would blow below a .08.
Yes, if you have just one drink, and as long as that one drink you have is, and again, I think when you and I, we say one drink, we're thinking of a glass of beer.
Sure.
Wine glass.
Right.
Certain types of, like cocktails.
Yep.
Not like, something that has like an outrageous proof like Bacardi 151 or something to that effect. Okay. But normally, your average person, if they have one drink, should not be anywhere near .08.
And people should just be honest with law enforcement in a situation like that.
I'm sorry, say that again?
People should be honest with law enforcement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, like,
Drink, so yeah.
if you have had a drink, you know, you can legally operate as long as you're under .08. So.
Right.
You know, truly, is a drink or two at dinner, is that okay? Yeah, of course it is.
Sure.
But it's when you get into the excess and you start really kind of piling them on. Drinking responsible is just A-okay. No problem.
Looks like a good crowd at PJ's Pub.
Yep.
Also got the tent going.
I think they always do.
They always have the tent. Yep.
I imagine there's going to be a crowd tonight.
Yep.
This is the type of time right now, like we're coming up on 9:10, right?
Yep.
This is when I feel like everybody's now settled and where they're going to enjoy their night. And then all of a sudden, like if I'm working third shift or around midnight, you'll see people start to leave, and then the roads start to get really busy again, and you'll get those calls for the erratic operators. But this is when everyone's at their spot enjoying themselves for the most part. Especially with that, 1 a.m. you have to be out, done, last drink served.
Right.
And Sergeant, you mentioned earlier that there were a number of people calling in erratic drivers. That's a positive thing.
Yeah, absolutely. While we were on that crash scene at Mechanicat, I could hear on the radio that there were several calls for erratic operators. So, and again, you brought up the point, what should people do? Give us a call. Let us investigate. Let us remove that person from the roadway if need be. Now we're going to be coming up on Rolfe Square, which is more of a lot of restaurants.
It's gone through a nice rejuvenation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They've done a wonderful job over there. A lot of great places to eat over there. But I hope that, and again, I'm pretty sure you'll see most of those restaurants will be pretty busy, and I hope that they are. But that would basically be your restaurant crowd that's going to be over in Rolfe Square tonight.
Boy, between Topgolf and Rolfe Square, Cranston just continues to expand and get busier.
Yeah. No, the city's done very, very well. It's been nice to watch.
And then, how much does the traffic start to pick up Garden City now, starting with Black Friday?
Oh, it will be extremely busy there on Friday, and then after Thanksgiving and Walmart. Usually we have to do a detail for Walmart for Black Friday. Yep.
starting Friday until Christmas, I would imagine the city's very busy with shoppers coming in and out.
Absolutely, absolutely, especially in that Garden City area.
Possible 130. Central.
It's amazing to think that the holidays are here already. This year has gone by so quickly.
Folks, again, we want to just give out some quick shout-outs. Happy Thanksgiving. Of course, the Massachusetts State Police, always watching. Many of you will then see this on replay or on demand. It's on YouTube. We also have the New Haven Police Department. They always enjoy it. I mean, you can share that you're watching. You can always go back over the course maybe of the weekend or whenever at your leisure. Go on YouTube or depetro.com. We have all the episodes posted. This, of course, will be posted, and then we'll do some other shout outs as the night goes along. So you can tell it's a busy Wednesday night, which is good. It's good for the city. It's good for everyone being out. Also, you can see police very, very active, proactive with the busy roads. Mm-hmm. Also, tomorrow, I believe, is Cranston East, Cranston West rivalry game. So that's, I believe, Cranston Stadium. So the city will be busy starting right away in the morning.
Yes, they will be. Yep. And I think there's a couple other football games after that, too. So we're going to start making our way back to the Arlington section. We really didn't get to that area of the city. I'd like to take a ride over there, see what's going on. Ted's looks like it's got a good crowd, good fun.
They're going to be open tomorrow for the football game, which I think is always the tradition. I think I saw on Facebook they're open at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Oh, wow. Good for them.
Used to be the old PC Lounge, and people would go in there before the Thanksgiving Day game. But tomorrow's supposed to be nice and sunny and dry. Colder weather's definitely here, but hopefully that will cut down on some of the accidents. A lot of problems, obviously, this morning. Folks on this very busy travel Wednesday. And is the sergeant... Tell us again, are you off tomorrow, or are you also working tomorrow as well?
I'm working. Okay. So we'll be doing a very early Thanksgiving with the family.
Okay. Is Thanksgiving Day itself, is it always different, or traditionally is it quiet, or it can be active?
I feel like there's no happy medium.
Okay.
I feel like it can be very, very busy. Obviously we hope that it's not. We hope that everybody enjoys a safe, happy, healthy Thanksgiving with their families.
Right.
But like you were bringing up before, if you were asking the propensity for domestic violence, it's up there. So usually we'll get calls of that nature after dinner, after people have been served the alcohol and everything else.
And sometimes overnight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like tonight, for example. I'd expect third shift's going to be dealing with several of those calls.
Into the early morning hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there was one particular, it was, my shift started on Thanksgiving Eve, but obviously it ended Thanksgiving morning. We had to arrest one of the brothers had come from out of town, and
wow.
we arrested him at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was still awake at 4:30 in the morning?
Yeah. Somebody that really indulged in that blackout Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
So, and as you know, when people drink and they get together with family, maybe they haven't seen or got along with real well, some bad things can result.
Now that group that was doing the quick arm robbery with the smoke shop raids, I believe they still have gone quiet.
They have, yeah. As far as I know, I haven't heard anything else.
Nothing.
I know a lot of communities have dealt with larcenies from vehicles, so just a reminder, always keep your doors locked, close your doors. Doesn't matter what type of neighborhood you live in, you're potentially always susceptible.
We've seen sometimes sergeants, they'll even target a certain area and then just go through all the cars to see that are unlocked in that area.
Yeah, there's usually particular areas that get hit, and then in the next coming nights or two, they'll move to a different area. So we're right on the Cranston Providence line right now on Farmington Ave. Does. It's very hard to see through the plate. Essex.
Good.
Put me on a G5 Dyer at Elwyn. Looks like a temporary reg. David Robert 2622 Gray Honda.
Okay.
The reason why I pulled you over, your plate, I can't even see what the temporary tag is.
Yeah, I know. I got stopped I think 2 days ago by a woman. She told me that my plates, my temporary plates, they're I guess, I don't know. My dad, he gave me this car just to use, and I tried to put some type of registration on it, but they just finally put me on my insurance.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get that. So sorry.
That's okay. How old are you?
I'm 19.
You're 19?
I have no license.
Okay, do you have your license registration?
I just have
Yeah, is it in the back or like the trunk? Is that it? The Louis? Is that Louis Vuitton? Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. Doing anything good tonight?
I actually just got out of work.
Oh, what do you do for work?
I work at Zara. The mall.
Okay, good. All right. And do you have any paperwork on the car? Title?
My dad is the one that has the bill.
He doesn't have anything on it? Do you mind just checking the glove box for me? I'm just looking for something with the VIN number on it.
There's like nothing. Literally
No?
the same thing happened with the last officer. I tried to check.
Okay.
My dad is the one that has the paperwork. I've been trying to get the paperwork from him.
Okay. Listen, I'm just gonna crack this door open. Usually there's a VIN number on the door jamb.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna get it, okay? Oop. There it is. That's okay. I'm just gonna keep it cracked open like that, okay? Just do me a favor, can you shut off the car? Just because I'm right here. Just got to put that in drive. Where you headed? Okay. I mean, you sound alright, but no drinking, right? You don't know where you bought it from, do you? As far as like out of state, you can turn your car back on so you can save more. Yeah. No, thanks. Just because I had to kneel down like that. All right, just sit tight. I'll be back with you in a minute, okay?
Folks, again, good evening, everybody. It is Juan. You are watching Cranston PD Live. We're with Sergeant McHugh. An unusual situation with this vehicle.
So, we have a young woman. She's explaining that her father gave her the vehicle. That's a temporary Florida registration. Now, excuse me. Normally, if it's Rhode Island, you would have access to the DMV file pretty quickly. We could get it from Florida. It's going to take a little bit of legwork. She's calling her father to see if she has any other paperwork that might be able to help. But basically what I'm trying to do is find out if the sale was made within 30 days or not. That's according to the new law that they passed at the beginning of the year. It used to be 48 hours, but now it's 30 days. But unfortunately, it's going to take me a little bit of... I have the VIN number. I have to find out what state that this came from. Very cooperative, though, I have to say. Okay, it's actually a Rhode Island car, so that's good. not stolen. Alright. I asked her if she would be able to call the father. She said that she would, so maybe she's got him on the phone. Might be able to clarify some things for us.
Cool, okay.
Is he on the phone? Can I talk to him real quick? Is that alright? What's your dad's name? Sergio? Sergio?
All right, folks,
Hey,
we'll
Sergeant Q, Cranston Police, how are you?
give Sergeant McHugh some space.
Yeah, listen. I saw it from you rode out of the car. I saw that.
Folks, again, we're just going to give the sergeant a little bit of space here. He's trying to speak with the individual. I want to thank everybody for tuning in again. Folks, just a reminder, first of all, thank you everyone for tuning in. Happy Thanksgiving, one and all. Especially I want to thank members of Team Juan, Ann, and Robin, and David. Thank you everyone for supporting the page. Very, very thankful for all the stars people are sending. It helps us support On the Scene live stream. We're going to see what the rest of the night is. We will be finishing up with Cranston at 10. We'll see what, if and what, or anything develops after that. If not, just a reminder, we will be active on Black Friday. And then also, obviously this weekend, Friday and Saturday. It should be an action-packed weekend. So, again, he's trying to work things out, I believe, with the father of the driver. I was hearing there was some kind of a shooting just after 7:30 in the West Warwick area. I don't know if there was any victim involved. I believe it was definitely some shots fired near the, let's see, on the bike path. Any update from Sergio?
Yeah, so, sorry, just trying to get used to this hot air now after coming from outside. Okay, so I spoke with Sergio, and he explained to me that the car was picked up at auction 3 weeks ago. So technically the car was sold within the last 30 days. However, because it was done at auction, he was explaining that the title is being sent out to him. He told me that it was 3 weeks, so I explained to him I'm going to give her my name, badge, number, and he's going to drop off a copy of the title. If he does that within the week's time period that I'm giving him, no citation. However, if he doesn't, I have to write a citation or two because of the violations. It's an interesting case because, I mean, obviously you buy a car from somebody, you'll have a bill of sale, you might have a notarized document, something to that effect. But these auctions definitely kind of can throw a little bit of a wrench into the situation. You know, when I spoke to him on the phone, I mean, he couldn't be more grateful, respectful. His daughter's very polite. She's on her way home from work. So for somebody like that, you know, I like to go the extra mile, give him a chance. And again, the ball's in their court. So if he does provide me that, great. Then it's, you know, one less piece of paperwork that I have to do. But if he doesn't, unfortunately, we still have to hold people accountable. but based on the those aforementioned circumstances, that's the course of action that I'm going to follow tonight. So, and you know, he, like I said, he seemed extremely grateful that we're not towing the car and how understanding I am. So,
Puts her in a tough spot.
it does. And again, obviously, it's not her car. She's coming home from work. You know, I get it, but you know, at the flip side too, we, you know, as a police officer, you do have a job to do. You just can't give everybody breaks. I know it seems like I probably give a lot of people breaks, but the reality is, I really, you
Much
know,
to my dismay.
yeah, right. But I don't sometimes, you know. You know, but I like situations like this where, you know, the other person has an opportunity.
Yep.
You know,
This
and
is on them.
Yep, absolutely. And if they follow through, then they no ticket. So, but if they don't, then I'll follow through. Ooh. Okay, and unsurprisingly, his daughter has a completely clear history. Go speak with her. So, he knows what to do. I'm going to give you, this is my name, Sergeant McHugh, badge number 474.
Sorry, I don't have my glasses.
That's okay. It's right here. It's actually yours, okay? Just give that to your dad. Just tell him to bring in the copy of the VIN, and he can give it to any of the clerks Monday through Friday between 8 to 4, okay? All right?
Thank you so much.
Get home safe. Enjoy the holiday, all right? My racial profiling. And
Yep.
be on our way.
That's interesting. So they get a car at auction, but then they need to get all the proper paperwork.
Yeah.
When you get a vehicle at a dealership now, it used to be a full day you had to go to the registry to register it. Now the dealers seem to handle all of that, but
It seems like if you go to like a Pride Hyundai or
Right.
somewhere like that,
sure.
you
Bill.
go there, you buy a car.
Yep.
They have like their own dealer, like temporary plates that are good for 20 days. You've probably seen a bunch of them.
Right.
So in Rhode Island, it'll actually have on the plate the day that the plate is good until.
Okay.
So they're very easy to figure out, right? Rather than something that's from Florida. Although the car is actually a Rhode Island car. It's just from auction. But yeah, you go somewhere like that. They'll put that 20-day temporary plate on, and then they go and register your car for you. You go and you buy a car from somebody. Usually you'll sign a bill of sale. It's notarized. You give that to the police officer. Okay, I can see that the vehicle was purchased on such and such date. Well, was it within 30 days? Yes, it is. You're good. You can actually, the law says you can use another plate that belongs to you on that vehicle until you get it registered. So the state's definitely become more lenient in regards to that sort of stuff. But, for better or worse, I guess that it is what it is. I mean,
Right.
We enforce the laws. We don't make them. I think most people are pretty good about it. But obviously you can have people that are constantly writing like these phony baloney bill sales and that sort of thing. But especially in that particular situation, I think the father knew what I was within my power to do.
Okay.
And again,
You're very appreciative.
yeah, very appreciative.
For Sergio now to deliver.
The ball's in Sergio's court.
That's right,
Yep.
Sergio.
And the law does allow for me to follow up on it at a later time. So, if you ever, let's say I had to write him the ticket, he couldn't turn around and say, well, it wasn't issued right then and there. Well, you were given extra time. S6 tonight.
Central.
As you said, this can be the lull. People are, as you say, where they're going to go, they're there. Now it's just a matter of them getting out of there and getting home later.
Yeah. And again, this is just going from my experience. There's nothing saying that somebody's not going to leave a bar and go to another bar to hang out with a different friend.
Sure.
But as you can tell just by the sheer amount of cars that we've had on the road when we first began the night to now,
Yep.
you'll probably agree with me, but this is, in my opinion, this is the time where, you're settled at the place that you want to be now.
Right. This is it. You've arrived wherever you were heading out to.
Yep. And then as people begin to leave the bars, leave the restaurants, you'll see that those calls for service start to increase. And again, there's nothing saying that something isn't going to come in now at this point of the night. It's just that the likelihood is much more in just a few hours. Now, are you going to take a break tomorrow and enjoy the day, or
Absolutely not.
News does not stop.
No. Hopefully tomorrow's a quiet day.
Okay.
Depends on what the news may be.
So generally, you will spend it with your family.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless there's an armed standoff.
Yeah.
All rules go out the window if there's an armed standoff.
Yep.
By and large. And then, because then Friday will be a busy day. Friday and Saturday.
Last Friday, we had a really good call. Actually, this past Friday, we had a suicidal veteran, unfortunately.
Wow.
Yeah. I was actually shocked he didn't show up for it. I don't know if you heard it on the radio or not.
Don't always go to the self-harm type incidents. So.
Well, this one was, he was armed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, how did that end up turning out?
We ended up finding him, stopping him. Unfortunately, this individual resisted arrest. Yep. He was committed at the hospital over the weekend. And actually, one of our most recent ride-alongs, we were talking about the extreme risk protection orders. and we did have to seize a firearm and
Oh, wow.
issue the extreme risk protection order.
How long did that go on for?
This guy's messing around in the parking lot, it looks like. As long as they're not driving and having a good time.
Yep.
To each his own. That started around 8:30 and concluded around 11.
Oh, wow.
Feast Society's busy. A lot of people enjoying themselves tonight, 39 West. Well, extremely grateful for the actions of my officers, extremely grateful the way that it turned out. Nobody got hurt. Definitely a tough call, so very happy with the way that it worked out.
Folks, again, on this Thanksgiving Eve, you're watching Cranston PD Live. We're with Sergeant McHugh, right in Cranston, Rhode Island. The city's very busy. There's a lot of people out, but right now, as we've been saying, it's a little bit of the in-between where people are at their destinations. I want to give a special shout-out to the Anderson family in Hollywood, Florida. They enjoy watching it. Cranston residents now living down there. Picked up a lot of people in South Carolina. A lot of the transplants also New Jersey.
Oh, wow. You got a line to get in.
Yeah, there's the Thirsty Beaver line. Well, this is the night.
This is the night.
This night and New Year's Eve. Again, you can watch all our episodes. They're on the website, depetro.com, also on YouTube, and then obviously on demand on this Facebook page. We have people go back, watch some of the earlier episodes. If you're not a football fan, you can binge watch tomorrow. A lot of people are off on Friday. It's supposed to be nice and dry. That was a big line to get into the Thirsty Beaver.
Yeah. I mean, I know that bar is primarily a younger bar, early 20s. This is the night, though, so I get why everybody wants to be there. But again, I mean, you look at the St. Mary Feast Society, there's a lot of people there. Just people are out, they want to celebrate.
Yep.
They want to enjoy time with friends that they may not have seen in a while. For anybody traveling later on tonight, please be careful.
Yep.
If you see anything, call 911, we'll address it. Make those safe decisions, get everybody home safe, happy, and healthy.
And if anything happens, Sergeant McHugh will be working tomorrow.
I will be working tomorrow, back on. Yep. So normally in years past, I was always a staple for the Thanksgiving Eve DUI patrol. Do have young kids. I'm going to try to savor as much time with them tomorrow as I can before I go to work. kind of got to balance out that work, home life. But Cranston Police will have extra DUI patrol out there tonight.
Tonight. That was it.
Knocked down the Gladstone School. I know they're going to be building a brand new school on this location.
Right. Wow.
It's just funny to see the buildings up there anymore.
And folks, with that, we want to thank Sergeant McHugh, which has been a very good Thanksgiving Eve night. Again, Sergeant, as you've been saying, anyone going out tonight or being out, it's not worth it. Get a driver, take a ride share, whatever you have to do instead of getting on the road. Lots of options.
Lots of options. Just make the safe, responsible decision.
Yep. That's exactly right. So folks, again, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to the sergeant and his nice family.
Operator, Oakland toward the Rotary, passing Shannigan Valley. Adam Yankee 433, Chevy sedan.
Is that an erratic driver?
Yep.
Oh, all
So
right.
it's going to be on Oakland Avenue.
Oh,
Officer Davis is in that area.
okay.
If she gets it stopped, we'll head over there. But,
Okay.
You'll hear these calls come in throughout the night, and
Wow.
Hopefully this person that called in that erratic operator is still behind them. Usually they'll indicate it, so it might be a general check for that particular vehicle.
Okay.
But you will start to hear that.
Yep.
Especially as we get closer to midnight, and then
Sure.
after 1 a.m., and then you'll see these roads will be very, very busy.
Yes.
A lot of people going home from the various establishments.
Yep.
Again, we really hope that Everybody makes a responsible decision, does not drink and drive. It's okay to enjoy the night. Just make sure you have a safe way to get home. Ride share, Lyft, Uber, friend, whatever it is, family member. Just don't drink and drive. If you see anybody, call 911. Whether it's us, state police, or another police agency, we'll stop that car as fast as we can and investigate. Certainly.
Happy Thanksgiving, Sergeant.
All right, you as well. You as well.
All right, folks. Again, thank you everybody tuning in. You've been watching Cranston PD Live. Thanks to Robin and Ann, our moderators. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody from Cranston.